Beautiful being, welcome to In Her Dreams and welcome to your reading. I am so grateful that you're taking time to tune in to see what messages are flowing in from Spirit for you. Ashe. Thank you, Divine. I'm hearing roll of thunder, hear my cry. And I haven't looked at that book or thought about that book in so long. Alexa, what is roll of thunder, hear my cry about?
Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry is a powerful 1976 novel by Mildred D. Taylor. It's set in 1933 Mississippi and follows 9-year-old Cassie Logan and her family's struggle to keep their land during the Great Depression and Jim Crow era. The story explores themes of racism, land ownership, and family resilience. Want to learn more about the Logan family and the challenges they face throughout the story?
No, thank you. Wow.
You got it.
That's a lot. So something about taking back. Oh, and Divine guided me to this deck. It's the Dreamy Home Fortune Reading Oracle deck. Something about a home, reclaiming your home, your life, I'm hearing. There could be some of those same themes involved, like racism. Someone thinking that they own you. Okay, so control. I'm hearing they slighted you. So someone tried to take something away from you that they had no business having ownership of, or even, I'm seeing somebody like, you know when somebody comes to your house, or maybe you've experienced this or seen somebody do this, but they'll come to a person's house and it's like, you know that they have no good reason for being there. They're just being really nosy, and because they're looking all around and trying to, and you're like, if you don't get up out of my house. If they were in there, they may have, it could be somebody who like came to the door and was like trying to, you know, I'm getting a very nosy vibe, but it's like somebody wanted information. They wanted access. And if they were looking for information, it was because they wanted access into your world, into your realm. And this could have been, it could have had something to do with your home. Somehow they wanted to gain access to your home or to a property that's yours. Ooh. Broom, renewal, clarity, and space. Sweeping away what no longer serves you. Making room for new blessings to enter. Whoever this was, whatever energy it was that they were trying to project towards you in order to push their way in, you've swept it away. I see you doing things like you have a routine of where you keep your energy clean and you reclaim your space. You're doing something to reclaim your energy, to protect your energy. Also, I'm seeing an old energy leaving, okay? Light bulb. This came out on the fence. Creativity, shine, and temptation. So there's somebody who was trying to block your focus, your awareness. They didn't want you to know something. They didn't want you to realize something. And they wanted to stop your transformation in some way, because I'm seeing these butterflies here. There's also information that they did not want you to have access to. There could have been documents that they didn't want you to know about, or I'm getting there's an identity that they didn't want you to know about. Maybe they tried to commit identity theft, or this could be someone misrepresenting themselves. They weren't presenting themselves in a truthful way, okay? But you're sweeping this energy out. But there was someone here who was, because this came out on the fence, they were trying to block your awareness. There's something that they really didn't want you to know about. Also, what I'm getting is that you might be kind of like, let's say if there was a time when you really wanted to know everything about this situation, With light bulb being on the fence, it's like you're in charge of your awareness. So you might be distancing yourself from this whole energy, this whole situation. I'm hearing that turn off the lights, I've seen too much. But it's not like avoidance. It's that you're being very selective about what's allowed to come into your mental space now. Because before there was this level of curiosity and wanting to know. You wanted to know. But, okay, they're saying that's it for this deck. But there are other things that you are choosing to focus on at this time. Okay. There are other things that will serve you a lot more. Okay, what's coming through for this beautiful being, Divine? What do they need to know? Releasing judgment. Do not fear your darkness. You are not good or bad. You are human. I always say you're a spirit having a human experience, and you are evolving. There's something that you're being very gentle with yourself about now. You might be bringing your awareness more inward. It could have been that you felt like you needed to guard yourself. Like I'm seeing a guard dog barking. I'm seeing like this very protective energy. So there may have been efforts that you were making to really protect yourself, where you felt like you needed to know all the ins and outs of what was going on with whoever this was that was trying to come into your energy, come into your space, and I'm hearing lay claim to what was not theirs. It wasn't theirs, it's not theirs, and it never will be theirs. That's one reason why you're able to release. That's one reason why you're able to, I'm hearing relax now. You're able to breathe. I'm seeing you like really breathing deeply and feeling that energy, and there's a wind that's just, it's just clearing your space. It's doing the same thing that this broom would do. It's like clearing away the low vibrations that were being projected towards you. I'm hearing that someone was trying to wrap you with, someone was trying to bind you with low vibrations. But the thing is that one reason why you're able to release, yeah, this is kind of what I was seeing, was this image here, where the wind is blowing and you're just feeling free and you're breathing deeply. You're able to feel free because you know that you are free. There's this confidence that you have now in your protection. And this is because you have completed a karmic cycle, okay? So there's confidence that you have that brings renewal. Yeah, soul contracts and lessons. There's something that's been completed here, because whatever experience came to you for you to learn a lesson, you got the lesson. I'm hearing you got the Cliff's notes, you took notes, you went to the lecture, you went to the lab, you did everything that you possibly could have done. You meditated, you've consulted with your ancestors. You have strong ancestral protection, and because you have strong ancestral protection, you have strong ancestral awareness. So this whole experience has brought you so much closer to your bloodline. I'm hearing to your royal bloodline. It's reconnected you to your royalty. There was something about you that there could have been something that you felt was binding you to poverty. And it may not have been financial poverty, it could have been, but it could have been spiritual poverty. There could have been something that you thought you couldn't access before. But because of the work that you have done to complete this lesson, I'm hearing, which was, because soul contracts and lessons is here. So you came here to do this work and you met the challenge. So there's something that's over now that will not follow you in any negative way in your future experiences. Okay? You did the work. Nice. Apples are coming through. I don't know, something about apples. The wounded heart. You've acknowledged and tended to past emotional wounds, or either you're doing that, okay, because it's continual work that we do to heal, you know. Healing begins with self-compassion. Yeah. Okay, that energy that came through that somebody was trying to bind you with, that was manifesting itself as thoughts of, oh, there's something I can't achieve. There was something that you thought you couldn't achieve, whether it was financial abundance or spiritual abundance or creative abundance. It could be that you're connecting to the creative flow now in a way that you haven't before. But that's what this experience was blocking you from. It's almost as if it created a wall between you and whatever it was that you thought you couldn't achieve. And so you tapped in, you tuned in to get all of the tools, to access all of the tools within you, to communicate with every spirit. 1111 on the timer. Portals, you were opening portals. Portals were opening for you. Okay, you began to co-create with the universe in the way that you had not done before in order to get over that wall. I'm hearing in order to go through that wall. So, you know, just like the Flash, you've awakened certain gifts, okay, inside of you because of the work that you were willing to do and that you met the challenge to do. So you phased through something. You've done the impossible. And because of that, you are truly remarkable. Like, you were always remarkable. You always were remarkable, beautiful being. But it's something that you're able to see and feel and sense about you. This remarkable energy. Okay? Yeah. The unseen truth. You're looking beyond illusions. Sometimes the greatest wisdom is hidden in discomfort. And I'm seeing that you were not afraid of the dark. That song, I'm not afraid of the dark. I'm not running. Da, 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 da. Okay, it says I'm not scared. That's, I think XXXTentacion is in there. And Lil Wayne, I think. Okay, might be somebody else in there. But that's the song I'm hearing. If you play that song, I'm not afraid of the dark, and then he says I'm not afraid of the stars or something like that, because he's with the stars or something like that. I see that as you being with your ancestors, you being with the spirits that guide you and protect you, support you. And you've awakened to the light inside you through the darkness. It was like you had to go through the darkness in order to discover your star energy. Because how else would you know that it existed if it wasn't dark? You know, we don't see the stars when it's high noon. We see the stars when it's at night. And so that's one reason why you're shining so brightly, is because you conquered a fear of the darkness. And so now you're at peace with it all, with the all, with consciousness, and also with your subconscious mind, the parts of you that were hidden before or that were tucked away. Hidden, I'm getting hidden energy. You're not afraid. I'm hearing you're not afraid to come out and play. Something about compromise. Somebody wanted you to compromise. But that's one thing that you refused to do. I'm hearing that you were willing to move forward and you met the challenges that you were meant to move forward with, but whatever it was that you were meant to block, you blocked. So you made the right moves. You've made the right moves. That's why you're succeeding on a soul level. 1444 on the timer. What's coming through for this beautiful being? Independent. There's independence that you're experiencing now. Sovereignty. You may have chosen to, you know what I'm hearing? No matter what relationships were manifesting or moving forward, or you were cutting ties, cutting cords, you chose to be confident in your independent, sovereign energy. That's one reason why you are so successful, is because you decided that no matter who was coming along with you, you were going to be okay. You were going to be at peace. You were going to love yourself. It really didn't matter. Now I'm seeing somebody take off a ring, so that'll resonate with somebody. It's like you took a ring and you were just like, doop. It's very reminiscent of that scene in Waiting to Exhale when Angela Bassett's character lit a cigarette. Well, she put fire on her ex's car, right? And I'm not encouraging any violent behavior, okay, or malicious, okay. But that was her way of working through what she had been through, and you know, it was great for the Hollywood scene, right? But I'm not encouraging anybody to do that. But there was some kind of tower experience here where it's like you welcomed the crumbling. So in that scene, she pours kerosene or whatever on her ex's car, and then she lights a cigarette, takes a puff, and then throws it, and she walks. You know, she's got that walk. She's like, dun, dun, dun. Like she's not even worried about it. So, but there's something here about that vibe. My tummy is growling, so you might hear it. But it's like you were so hungry for the truth that you were willing to toss away any lie, toss out any lie that was trying to stick around. So if that lie was coming to you in a relationship, in a marriage, in a partnership, in a friendship, you were at the point where you were like, let the tower crumble. 1717 on the timer. That's how you got into your star energy. Because you were completely willing to be independent. Okay? There was some karmic family that you've distanced yourself from. Okay? I'm getting a parent vibe, so there could be a parent here involved, but whoever it is, it could have been several people. I'm getting there's somebody who thought they were your mother. So this could be somebody from a past life who thought that they, look at that right there. There could be somebody here with blonde hair. Also, I'm getting the energy of like something that you're aware of now is that just because they're chronologically older than you are, that did not mean that they were going to act with integrity or move with integrity. So there may have been somebody here who was older than you or is older than you, but your soul is much wiser because you listen to your soul. You know what I'm saying? So you're not deceived by a person's age. A lot of times in society we expect to be able to look up to our elders, but there's a person here who is older than you who did hideous things, and they thought that they were your I keep getting that they thought that they were your mother. This person might not even be a blood relative, but they tried to control you. They might be blood related, but they tried to control you as if they were your mother. That's what I'm hearing. And there were other people involved, and the whole time it's like somebody was feeding you lies and you were just like, oh no. I'm hearing that song. I won't say the word in there, but what it is, yo, what's up? Can I play it? Just keep in touch. Okay, so there's something here about somebody trying to tempt you, and there's somebody who wanted you to degrade yourself. This could have been with lust, through lust, but you refused. Because you have clarity. You see through all the, you hear truth through all the lying whispers. You see truth through all the fog that they tried to throw up. Throw up? Some of these energies may have led you to a place where you felt like, I'm getting the energy of like awakened clairs, where you were really feeling like your tummy was talking to you. Like my belly was just growling. It's like you started listening to your body. So if you were around somebody and you started feeling nauseous or feeling like you needed to throw up, you were like, oh, that's spirit. I know what I know. And you were tuned out. You were just like, nope. So you went from here, where they were actively trying to pull the wool over your eyes, and you embraced clarity. You were like, I know myself. I know my truth. And you were detached. Okay, that mother energy that came through, I'm getting that could have been a mother-in-law or someone that you were dating. It could have been their mother, or this could have been like someone who tried to present themselves to you as a twin flame, but they were insane. Okay, it's somebody attached to them. It could be a girlfriend, an ex, their mother, but it's a female. They're coming through as a female, and they're very controlling, very domineering, they were trying to control you, but you knew what it was and you said absolutely not. There's somebody who was trying to use seduction energy or an energy of romance. I keep hearing to pull the wool over your eyes. There could be something here about vision. Somebody might wear glasses or contacts. Context. Yeah, they were taking things out of context, trying to twist the truth. Okay, so that's it for that one. Any additional clarity that needs to be brought through for this beautiful being? This one stayed. So, aesthetic chaser. So there's somebody who's really obsessed with looking good. Actively adjusts appearance to align with mainstream beauty standards. Drawn to partners who fit a certain look. You are naturally beautiful. I don't know why Alicia Keys is coming through, but you have a certain like natural beauty about you. And I don't know if you recognize this yet. I'm saying yet because if you don't, you are about to. But Ashe, there's a certain level of beauty that you have. It is, I'm hearing it's so close to God. God, goddess. It's like, it's natural. But there's somebody who was trying to get in your realm because they see that. But they're an aesthetic chaser. So they don't naturally appreciate beauty. They want beauty in their world for other reasons. So there's somebody who wanted you in their world because they see your beauty. Oh, but bet your bottom dollar, they were never going to compliment you. Because these type of people, they recognize beauty, but they don't compliment people for anything that they do. And if they do, it's love bombing. Okay? But they wanted you around them to make them look better. They wanted you in their world. I'm getting that they used to do the opposite. Like they used to try to surround themselves with people who were what they would say is beneath them. I hate that, but that's what's coming through. So that's how this person thinks. And then they started to see that they needed more supply. They needed better supply. So that's why they came after you. Okay. A talkaholic. There's somebody who's just a talkaholic. You never wanted to hear what they had to say. They talk about themselves and they never ask you any questions. If they do, they were doing research to try to gain access to your world so that they could take things out of context, bend the truth. There's some kind of little slang word that the kids use these days. What was it? is it LARPing? Something like that, LARPing. But it's like, I try to stay with the slang, okay? But so I know what it is when I hear it, but I think that's what it is. But anyway, it's basically when people lie and bend the truth, you know? So I don't know, this person might try to be younger than they are. Cheugi, outdated, trying too hard to be trendy. Yeah, trying to be trendy, because that's something came through there with like the most flashy things that are popular now. It's something about trying to stay young. This could be a person who recently had a birthday, or they just turned, like, let's say if they were 49, they turned 50, or if they were 39, they turned 40, or if they were, you know, and so there was some kind of panic that set in where they want to appear younger, something like that. Also, leopard print. Okay. Drank the Kool-Aid. Bought into an idea or story completely without questioning its authenticity. Somebody rode the hype train and joined a cult. I'm also getting that somebody wanted you to join a cult so that they could filter your words. Okay, so somebody wanted control over your artistic flow or creativity. Yeah, they wanted you to drink the Kool-Aid. So this could be someone who actually poisoned your drink or your food, or attempted to do that in order to gain control. Favoritism. Yeah, there was somebody in a circle that was giving particular people favorite, like they made them their favorite. Okay, they put them on a pedestal. But I'm hearing they played musical chairs. So you know how musical chairs is, where like they play the music and when it stops you gotta rush to a seat. So whoever's standing, they're out. That's how this person was. They would put a person in a position of their favorite. Oh, you're my favorite now. And then they toss them out and bring somebody else in. They would do this on purpose in order to keep control over people. I'm getting that this person is actively doing this, or they're actively attempting to do this. That's why it's so beautiful that you've detached from all of that, because there's been no shift in this person's tactics. They're doing the same schemes. They're up to the same schemes that they were always up to. Territorial, marking and defending what's yours, being protective over people. Okay, now that's kind of like what came through with Roll of Thunder here. My cry, it was like somebody was trying to take away somebody's land. So I'm getting that this energy here is kind of like you became very protective. You might be in this state now. I feel like Divine is bringing us to present moment, because I feel like a lot of that was what happened in the past. Divine, please show us the present, what this beautiful being needs to know about safety and protection at the present. Okay, so union, and this came out on the fence. Integration. There could be something that you have learned on a deep level about yourself because of a union. There are shadow aspects that have come into play here. All these cards are coming out on the fence. Healing an inner child. Divine, why are these cards coming out on the fence? Please clarify that. Six of Wands, Knight of Cups. That's because somebody's trying to come back in to influence you. Okay, so there's a divine union here. Oh, can I please get... Oh, and I saw 10 of Wands too. Somebody's trying to put a burden on you. Can I get clarity on this union, this divine union? 8 of Pentacles, once again on the fence. So there's someone who really wants heavy influence on everything that you've got going. And the way that they want to impact your healing, it came through before, your creative energy and also your love life. is they want to influence your sense of your level of dedication to those things with the Eight of Pentacles. They want you to look at these aspects of your life. I'm hearing these blessings in your life. And they want you to see something that's not there. You see how this crow is looking? It almost looks like they're gazing into the pentacle. But whoever this is that's trying to influence you from the past, they see you shining with the Six of Wands. They see you victorious, but they want to come in with the Knight of Cups in order to... Do they have any specific plans that we need to know about? Oh, Ten of Swords, okay. So I'm getting that they want to, because it was coming out, it was trying to come out in the reverse. This person who wants to come back to you from your past, they are completely in the Ten of Swords. They know that something has ended, but they want to get something back again. They want to regain access. Well, that's what came through at the beginning, that this person was always trying to lay claim to what's not theirs. And I remember Spirit bringing through, it wasn't theirs and it will never be theirs. 3111 on the timer. So that's just confirmation. Is there anything specific that this, but also they want to create an ending for you, which will never happen, but they want to take themselves out of the state of an ending because they are currently experiencing an ending. Okay, so it's like they want to swap. They want to give their endings to you and siphon energy from you so that they can respawn. Isn't that what they say? Respawn, like in games? Yeah, because they think life is a game. The ironic thing is you love light energy. You love playing. You love connecting with nature. I'm getting that about you. Because that's what I saw with this card, that you connect with nature. You see how the breeze is blowing? So you enjoy levity as well, but you also have depth. So it's like you've got the best of both worlds. But this person doesn't look at life from a lighthearted perspective. It's not that it's that they really think it's a game to be played. Just like they were scheming with people with the musical chairs, bringing people in and out of some favorite spot in their inner circle. Okay, this person doesn't have an inner circle. They play games. So whatever circle it is that they try to fake, it's all games. It's not about harmony and togetherness and union and unity. There is none of that there. Okay, is there anything specific right now that needs to be known or realized? Okay, Nine of Swords, the Moon, Four of Swords, and Six of Pentacles. Okay, so they're trying to interact with you in a very solid way. Like when I say solid, I don't mean in a healthy way. I mean like in the physical realm. They're trying to get some sort of transaction going with you regarding money or finances or living space. Oh, I keep seeing 33, 23, 33, 22, 2s and 3s. Okay, so they're trying to connect with you in order to build something in their life. Okay, rebuild. They would need to rebuild because they're in the Nine of Swords. They're trapped with fear and anxiety. Also, however it is that they're trying to approach you, they're not being honest. Okay, so they might be misrepresenting themselves or trying to come to you as a different person, hiding their identity. Yeah, not revealing who they are. But I'm getting that this is a person who's criticized you or critiqued you. So isn't that ironic? This person has criticized you, critiqued you, but they can't even show their true self. They can't even reveal who they are. Wow. I'm getting that they're seeing you in peace, in a state of peace with the Four of Swords, but they want to heal. They want to, and you heal. This person wants to respawn. That's what I'm getting. They don't know how to heal. Their goal is not to genuinely heal. Their goal is to respawn so that they can keep playing games. No, it's a no. Absolutely not. But keep your boundaries up. Okay? Remain balanced. because this person does want to interact with you. They want an energetic exchange that would be in the physical realm, very 3D. Something about money, something about finances, something about, I'm hearing a lease agreement, some kind of rental agreement or lease agreement. Also, if you offer services, this person might be trying to do something low-key where they're trying to purchase something from you or get into your world somehow, okay? But with the Four of Swords and with all of the ancestral protection that has come through, you are divinely protected. You hear my belly? This person is so hungry to get into your world. Ugh. All right, Page of Pentacles and Queen of Swords, exactly. So if this person comes to you presenting some sort of idea for an agreement or some sort of money exchange or trying to get some opportunity going with you, be the Queen of Swords. Okay? You can say no. You can say absolutely not. You don't even have to answer the phone. You don't even have to entertain their energy. Okay? That's what I'm getting. Don't entertain them. Because everything with them is games. It's games. They just want to respawn. Oh, it's like their controller is broken, so they can't respawn. Because they can't control you. Oh, wow, Spirit. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Archangel Michael. What's coming through for this beautiful being? What do they need to know for their protective energy? Your prayers are being answered. Your intentions are manifesting. Woo, I love it. This is card 42, which 4 and 2 is 6. I keep seeing sixes are very, very evident in this reading. This is an exchange. You're connecting with your ancestors and your protective spirits. And also people are trying to, there's someone here, this karmic energy, who's trying to exchange energy with you, but it's blocked. So if you have set an intention to protect your energy, know that you're protected. If you have set an intention to manifest abundance, you are manifesting abundance, okay? Your prayers are being received by the divine. Answers will come soon, and perhaps in forms that you did not expect. It's going to be beautiful because whatever manifests for you, it brings protection. I keep seeing swords at this point in the reading with this Queen of Swords. And you see here, that sword right there. So speak your truth. Also, I feel like you're already doing this, but continue to speak your boundaries. Remind yourself of your boundaries and make your boundaries evident in the way that you interact, if you must interact with anybody from the past. I know it's great to be like, oh, I'm done with them people and, I don't see them anymore. But the reality is sometimes these people are on a job. Sometimes these people are in a neighborhood. Sometimes these people are, they interact with our children. If maybe it's a parent of a child, okay, that you still interact with for the child's sake or something like that. But speak with clarity. Speak with clarity. And with the confidence of knowing that the work that you've done, it radiates from you. And so there is nothing that anyone can harm within your realm because you're divinely protected. All right? I just feel like I need to pull one more card. Anything else coming through, Spirit? Yeah, the Hierophant. You have the wisdom that you need. Also, if you have a union, you are divinely protected. But I see you as a source of wisdom. Also, you have the key. You see how the key is right there? You have the key to the protective energy that you need. And there is nothing and no one that can harm you. I feel like that's coming through loud and strong because of that card that came through with the cat, where it was like protective. You're protective because you have been through something where someone was trying to attack your energy. They were trying to work their way into your world. Okay, right here. Just know that whatever it is that you own, whatever it is that you create, whatever it is that you nurture, it is divinely protected. You can speak protection over it daily. I see that here with the Queen of Swords, where you're using your words to protect your energy. But trust that and know that your prayers are being answered. Your intentions are manifesting in such a beautiful way, in such a divine way. Thank you, Spirit, for these messages. I am so grateful that they came through. And I'm grateful to you, beautiful being, for taking the time to tune in. Thank you, thank you. I hope that they blessed you in some way. And I love you. I love you so much. And I wish you peace. I wish you joy and so many blessings. Take care.